We've all experienced rejection of some sort. We don't get the job, we don't get the date, we don't get to go to that college that you applied for, you're not right for the part. We've all experienced it, and the impact, depending on your childhood wounds, can be anywhere between a healthy disappointment to a dark depression. Writers, and perhaps anyone in the creative field, experience their fair share of rejection. Whenever we submit our manuscripts, our articles to agents, editors, and publishers, and we can experience rejection from readers. To survive as a writer, it is imperative that you learn how to embrace rejection. But how do you embrace something that takes the wind out of your sails, causes you to question your worth as a writer, and why the heck are you doing this anyway? Who'd purposefully set themselves up for failure after failure after failure? Writers, we do. Are we gluttons for punishment? Sadist masochistics? Perhaps if you're a thriller or erotic romance writer, you might be. Stubborn, willfully ignorant, or all of the above. Welcome back to Writing to Publish, your go-to place for all things writing. Today, we're tackling a topic that every writer faces at some point in their career: rejection. Whether it's from publishers, agents, or even feedback from readers, rejection can be tough. But it doesn't have to derail your writing journey. So buckle in, like and subscribe, and let's deal with the dreaded thanks, but no thank you. First off, let's acknowledge that rejection is a normal part of the writing process. Even the most famous authors have faced it. J.K. Rowling was rejected by 12 publishers before Harry Potter found a home. Stephen King's first book, Carrie, was rejected 30 times. And James Patterson's first book was finally picked up by a publisher after 31 publisher rejections. And it went on to win an Edgar Award. So if you faced rejection, congratulations, you're in good company. And better yet, you've taken perhaps one of the most courageous steps on the writing to publish journey. Getting your written material out into the world for public scrutiny. Speaking of rejection, if you want to know how I got an agent, check out the link, How I Got a Book Agent video in the description below. Remember, every rejection is not a reflection of your worth as a writer. It's often about fit, whether your story aligns with the publisher's needs or the agent's preferences. First, the agent editor needs to connect with your story. Next, they need to sell it to their team. And lastly, it comes down to profit margins. Is it worth investing in you and your product? They need to make a profit. And maybe your story is out of season. For instance, next year's alien romance might have higher sales than a vampire romance. So they pass on your delicious, enticing, and decadent vampire story, not because it isn't any good, but because the ROI is low. So how do we deal, aka survive, with rejection constructively? Here are 5 tips to help you bounce back and keep yourself writing. First, allow yourself to feel. I'm not going to lie, rejection isn't pleasant, and you're going to have some feelings about it. Allow yourself to feel. It's okay to feel disappointed, frustrated, or even angry. Give yourself a day or two to process those emotions, talk to a friend, journal about it, or do something that makes you feel happy. This isn't the time to give up. So once you process those feelings, it's time to move forward. Second, it's important that we learn from the feedback. If you receive specific feedback, take it as a learning opportunity. Even if the comments are tough to hear, there might be something valuable, some valuable insights that can help you improve your writing. Sometimes rejection letters come with constructive criticism. Here's a snippet from a publisher rejection letter I received. Thank you very much for sharing this project with me and for following up. I actually did have a chance to review this, and I thought the premise was great. The writing is strong too, but I just didn't fall in love with the characters and their chemistry. When you get constructive feedback, like I did, use it to your advantage. I'm currently reimagining my manuscript based on the feedback I received from several publishers. I probably take reader rejection harder than publisher rejection because I get that it's a business for them. Once you've taken a few days to process that constructive feedback, the next thing you're going to want to do is to keep writing. And that's tip number 3. The best way to overcome rejection is to keep creating. Start a new project, revisit or reimagine an old one, or simply write for the joy of it. The more you write, the better you'll become. Also, read more and read outside of your genre. Reading is another great way to get better at writing. I think it was Stephen King who said something like, once you write 10,000 words, you're ready to be a writer. So the next tip is to seek support. Join a writing group, connect with other writers online, or talk to friends who understand your passion. Sharing your experiences with others who get it can comfort and empower you. When you're writing in isolation, you easily can forget you're not the only one getting rejection emails. Having a supportive community can make a huge difference. So number 5, you really want to know your why. Remember why you're doing this. And I spoke about that in another video. What is your motivation? Why are you writing? What do you love about it? Reconnecting with your passion and purpose can reignite your motivation and remind you that rejection is just a bump in the road. Every writer faces rejection. It's a sign that you're putting yourself out there and striving for something great. So embrace it as part of the journey because it is a part of it. Learn from it and keep going. Thanks for joining me today. Please like, share, and subscribe to Writing to Publish for more writing tips and inspiration. Until next time, I'm Carmen Cady, the Writer's Guide. Keep writing and stay resilient. See you next time.